Hello everyone, this is HyperSquiZ here and welcome back to my FTB Unleashed series. We're here at the Hyperdome factory where we're going to start moving on to the next item on the to-do list. We're going to work on the assembly table and lasers, which I'm very excited about because I do like them. They're good fun to play with. So what I'm going to do, I'll head over to the workshop and we'll get started. Okay, here we are at the workshop. Let's start off by making the assembly table, which is the first part we're going to need. Now, it needs a diamond gear, so that's quite heavy. I mean, it's 5 diamonds for the assembly table, and then you've got to make the lasers, which require diamonds as well. But let's start off. Let's get this diamond gear made. Nice and easy. Everyone knows how to make gears by now. If you don't, you should. Here we go. Stone gear, iron gear, gold gear, diamond gear. Ta-da! Then we need, I think it was diamond, redstone, and then the obsidian, like so, and that gives us the assembly table. Now that's the first part. Now that's not going to do anything on its own. We need lasers, so here we go. The lasers require another 2 diamonds each, and the more lasers you use, the faster you'll be able to use your table, the quicker the assembly will be. I'm planning to build either 3 or 4. I might as well do 4. Just go straight in with 4. What was the... there we go. Oops. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 4 lasers. Now, I'm actually running a bit low on diamonds, so I need to get my quarry running again. 18 diamonds left. I really got to get focused on those. So there we go. We've got an assembly table and lasers. Now, to power this, I can't use EU. You have to use MJ. Which means I've got 2 choices. I either convert EU to MJ in the factory, which is what I'd rather do, because I want to keep assembly and construction as much as I can over in the factory, or I can set it up in here where I've got an MJ source down here. I mean, I could just set it up in this room, but it's just going to look a mess and a bit crowded. So I think I'm going to have a think about how I'm going to do the conversion over here in the factory. And I mean, I could probably run it if I run it off of this main line. I might just end up using the NG bridge, which I was trying to avoid, just simply because converting EU to MJ, there's only 2 ways really of doing it. One is to use electrical engines, which can work. I'm not a fan of them personally. It's part of the forestry mod, but I don't know, I may look into it because it's only going to be for small usage. And what I'll probably do is just get them to charge up a redstone energy cell over here. Alternatively, actually, what I could do, which could be interesting and a bit of fun, over here in the power plant, I've actually got excess biofuel. I've got so much biofuel coming in at the moment that I can't use it all in my boilers. So I've got this huge tank at the back here full of biofuel. And to be honest, it doesn't even flicker. It's not going to go down anytime soon, and these are not using it all. So what I could do, if I run biofuel out of this tank, still within the power station here, I could run some force engines directly off of it, and yeah, actually that would work. Yeah, I could set up a couple of force engines and a redstone energy cell in here as like a secondary power source. I've got my main EU power source over here. I could always make a main MJ source using redstone energy cell, and that way I can run a cable alongside this one with MJ or with redstone conduit out the back to the factory, and then I can have an MJ source and an EU source in there. Okay, well, I think that's probably going to be a good idea. So I'm going to make some force engines, which I've made before. I'm not going to worry about recording that. I'll just make them, get them together, and once I've got them, I'll be back. And there we go. I've got most of that set up. It was fairly easy to do. I got a bit carried away off camera and actually did pretty much the entire lot. But here we go. All I've done is I've placed a redstone energy cell here with a conduit running along. 4 force engines just connected up underneath, running biofuel, just siphoning that off from the other lines and straight into these engines, and that's keeping it topped up. Currently my level of biofuel is still not wavering, so that's fine. The aqueous accumulator's keeping up, so that's fine, and I can probably, all going to plan, leave these running. I've also got a red net cable here that can be used to turn off all the engines if I really want to. But to be honest, although it's going to be using fuel, and even when this cell's full, they'll keep running and it'll just be wasting fuel technically. Because the biofuel's fully renewable and I've got plenty of melons and things, I'm producing fuel at a high enough level to not have to worry about it. I can just leave it running. So I might as well, because at the moment seeds are going to waste because they're getting disposed of instead of turned into fuel because there's not enough space. Whereas I'd rather have the extra fuel going to waste and being burnt off unnecessarily. So I'll be doing that. But what I've done all the building, and I've run the cable along my pylons and down into the factory. So now I can make a space for setting up my lasers. What I'll do first of all, I'll just get them actually in position, and I can look to making it look better afterwards. So I've got my lasers, the table, and some more conduit. See, for now I'm just going to put it over here. If I stick the assembly table sort of in the corner, and let's just come up off of here, something like that. I think just like that for now. And I can just bung my lasers, which are huge by the way, up there, and there we have the assembly table set up. So all I have to do is get a little bit of redstone. For example, there's a few things you can make. I'd like to make the autarkic gate. What does that require? Just the standard autarkic gate is a gate. Ooh, pulsating chipset. So I need redstone and ender pearls. I need redstone and iron, and I need just a redstone chipset. So I need a few redstone, I need a piece of iron, and I also need an ender pearl if I've got one, which I haven't, but I think it's iron, isn't it? Just do that, there we go, and get the ender pearl. See, this minium stone really is easy mode when it comes to this sort of thing. Right, so now what I can do, I can go to the assembly table, stick a bit of redstone in to begin with, make a chipset first because that's what I need. That's the first thing I need. That'll start churning through power and we'll get a little light show. So what you can do is you can just set up all of the items in there immediately and have everything like that set up. The thing about this is that's good. You can queue up, I think you can set things, but see, there you go. So I want to make that, then I want to make that. So it'll make the iron one, then it will make that one. At the moment, I don't have a chest, so the things just pop out of the table and land on the floor. So what I'll do, I'll go downstairs, grab some wood and make a chest. And if I stick a chest next to the machine, then it will dump anything it makes straight into that. So rather than throwing it across the room, it will end up somewhere safe, secure, so if I walked away it wouldn't despawn or anything, which would not be ideal. So there we go. Okay, so now they're all complete, what I can do is I can take each of these items and I can make an autarkic gate. Now I need to turn the chipset into a gate, which I think, yeah, I have to do on the assembly table, so if I can stick that back on there to make that. Okay, and now that gate's complete, I can take these and they can go back into the assembly table for one last time, and that will give me the autarkic gate. And then we have it, an autarkic gate. So I'll take that downstairs and I'll use it to replace one of these redstone engines. Let's replace this one for now. If I pop this off, don't need that anymore. I can right click on the pipe, which sticks the gate on it. Then I just have to right click on that, and then you can click in each of these two bits to program it. And what I want to do for this particular one, if there's items in inventory, so there's items in that chest, I want it to, yeah, energy pulsar, which basically it keeps pulsing. Currently there's nothing in it. I mean, this will sort of work. If I chuck a pipe in there, you'll see it notices there's a pipe in it, pulls it out and sends it up. And that's all it needs to do. If I stick several in there, it'll just churn them through like that. And that is a lot quicker than using a redstone engine. A redstone engine would send one through every now and then, whereas this just churns them through pretty quick. So there we have it. On target gates. And there we go. It's another day, another item off the list. Take the lasers down. We no longer do that. It is done. Out the way. We have lasers. So now I can move on to something else. Well, I'd like to, but unfortunately I don't have time to today. So I'm going to have to leave it there, I think. In the next episode, I would like to look at doing a cow farm, maybe, because using milk would be nice for the force engines. Because at the moment I'm using force engines with biofuel and water, which gives you a nice output, but if you use milk instead of water, it gives you a better output of MJ, so I'll aim to do that. So that's probably the next thing I'm going to do. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I look forward to reading any comments you may have. So this is HyperSquiZ. I'll see you around.